What's good, superstars? Back with another Veve video. You got superstar Joe. You got superstar Rob in the building. How's it going, Rob?
Pretty good. You?
Oh, man. Oh, wait. Can't do that. Cannot show you the drawing behind the process. Guys, if you're new here, do not forget, become a superstar. Smash the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell notification so you know whenever we post about Veve, about your favorite project. Also, become a superstar VIP, $2.99 a month. Hit the join button underneath the video and get one of these stars next to your name. As you move up through these ranks, you will get more entries into the SUP at the end of every single month. Congrats to all the winners from the last month. We did it a couple days ago. This next week will be us distributing everything. We got a lot going on, okay, guys? We got a lot going on. The Star Boys round 2 started and ended in the same day. Like, it's crazy what's happening.
Yeah, we got a lot going on. There's so much going on.
So much going on. There's 2 of us. We got crazy busy schedules, but like, it's just crazy. Like, you guys, we cannot wait to share what is coming for the rest of the channel. But anyways, follow us on X, follow us on Instagram, hit us up in Discord, join the Discord. Definitely want to be in there. That will let you know where you can post for the SUP entries, and also anything to do with Star Boys. You're going to want to be there. Also, we have every project. There's a channel for every project in the space there, and there's people active in all of them. If you are in a different project other than Veve, we also have a Veve one there as well. So definitely go there, check it out. And there's so many people having a great time. We also have a PO box where you can send us something and become a superstar Hall of Famer. We just got this in the PO box. If you guys did not see it,
let's go.
Shout out My Collectible sending us a drop head shirt. Me and Rob are going to cycle that one time. I wear it, he wears it. That's how it's going to work.
Yeah. Nice shirt. Nice shirt.
Here is the SUP. To enter, become a VIP member, like we mentioned. Also, we are Cryptoys ambassadors. If you use the link at the top of the description and mint any Cryptoys, jump into the Discord. Let us know in the SUP channel how many you bought, and you will get the associated entries. Also, if you buy any merch, there's also a link in the description for buying merch. You will get some stars. We know that the biggest bro recently got some of those for this month. And if you don't win, and you didn't win last month, half your stars are rolled over into this month, and you will be entered into another giveaway. I mean, you just did something once, and now you're in. So that's how we're trying to do it. And we mentioned Who Wants to Be a Millionaire round 3 will be coming. Hashtag soon. As soon as we get the formal list out. I know there's way more than 25 entries, but the first 25 will be the ones that get through. And I already have an idea for round 3. Me and Rob, you got to clarify the details, but we will do another pre-announcement. Say it will be announced on this day at this time, and then people who find that will be able to start the competition. You got to be there right on time, guys. If it's 6 a.m. in your city, if it's 10 a.m., I mean, we're putting at 12 Eastern the announcements because it's kind of right in the middle of the world's time zones. So hopefully, even if it's a different time, if you are in the top 25, you guys are battling for a million OMI. It's not a joke anymore. We're in the top 25, and the next round we're going to be shrinking it down even more.
Yeah, guys, join the Discord. Make sure you're part of our Discord fam there, because a lot of great superstars, and to participate in many of our contests here, you got to be in the Discord, right? So join the Discord so that you can stay active with what's going on in the channel. If you ever miss something, you always go on the Discord and ask the other superstars what's going on. So it keeps you informed at all times.
Let's pull up the news. Quickly go through the news here. We had yesterday the video about this 2 worlds coming together in a new story on Cryptoys. The more and more I listen to different people, I'm getting more and more confused. I feel like people are hearing different things from different people. The only thing that I am convinced about is that there is some type of Motu included in this, just because
they just released a random Motu video. Just recently, right? Steph's
responding to her own post with a Motu GIF, and the background on the post was a Motu in the background. So and even on the spaces, we kind of brought it up, and she's like, "Oh, superstars are the closest on that." So I don't know what we're getting, but 2 worlds are going to meet, and it's going to be a story of some kind. So I don't know. What do you think, Rob? You didn't really get to talk about it.
I didn't get. Well, I was on the spaces at the time, and I still haven't watched the video that they dropped in full. So when I first heard it, I was thinking, like, do they mean that, like, this is gonna be like a ZUFO thing, like a continuation of the movie of ZUFO? Maybe it's gonna be a combination of ZUFO and Motu. Like, I don't know if they're gonna be starting to open up more. We know that crypto is gonna have worlds, right? It's gonna have areas where you're gonna have, let's say, a Motu world, a Disney world, ZUFO world. I don't know. Maybe they're gonna finally roll out some new functionality. But yeah, I mean, with VeeFriends, I saw Gary V. I asked him about Motu. I asked him on his live, Gary V. I said, "Is that Motu Skeletor in the back?" I was like, "Yeah, man, we're doing a big deal with them right now.
Wow.
Like it's going to be great. He sent the link and everything. So there's, I guess, Mattel right now is pushing this really, really hard. They're pushing hard.
I think that one is on Mattel Creations too, isn't it? The Gary Vee thing? I think so. So that's pretty crazy.
He was pushing it. He was pushing it hard.
Also, a couple of big things from that video, if you didn't hear, it was Will said that this is the first of something. Okay. And Steph says that you'll find out on the last page. So it makes us think maybe comic book last page, but they didn't say what we're talking about. So it's some kind of book or something, right?
I'm sure it's gonna come. If they're talking like this, it's coming out real soon.
Wednesday. Apparently they're gonna give us the details. So they're having a major stream on Wednesday, 8 hours.
All right,
crazy.
Let's find out.
This is, by the way, McFarlane. They let you download the 3D format of their dragons. They're starting it out with this IP, but apparently they're going to be trying to bring it out to the rest of it. Shout out to Biscuits, the only person that I see using the 3D printer in the space. Yeah. So we're lucky to have her around to try and use the files. And right away, she made the dragon. It looks pretty sick.
Is that her 3D printer? That's amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? We got to get one. I got space right here.
Yeah,
I mean, some people would say my printer is big enough to be a 3D printer, but
I remember back in school when we used to have these. The expensive part was the material that you need to build it, not the printer itself. But yeah, that's sick. And look at the detail on it too. It did a good job.
Yeah, insane.
You have the spikes for the dragon and everything.
Shows that anybody can just take the file and print off the physical. You don't need to buy one. It's you're getting everything you need to do that. So this is proof right here.
Interoperability at its finest, right there.
Yep. Congrats. Oh, so this is a shout out. Someone's looking for a roomie in New York Comic-Con. So if you're looking for another roomie to kind of maybe bring down your costs, maybe you can reach out and try and figure that out to Sean Grasmick on Twitter.
Yeah.
VO, he talked about the 3D downloads, and our friend Richard Holy for Jolie on our Discord.
Got to work right away.
He got to work, and look at this. You can't tell from its angle right now, but it is Goku from Dragon Ball Z, and he'll kind of get to it in just a second. Boom.
Well, now you said that. Look at that.
Look at that.
He's a vault master in this McFarlane. I don't think there's anyone as good as him.
I love when he does that. He just walks right into it and it just disappears.
It's crazy. He's like just a cluster of just nonsense when you come from this angle. Then you go back to that proper angle. It looks amazing.
I mean, it makes sense, right? Dragon Ball Z. So in honor of Dragon Ball.
Creative.
Yeah, very, very cool.
Yep, amazing.
Boodle. I mostly collect blockchain-based comics. The one thing I've noticed that comic holders reap little benefits when it comes to airdrops. So he's basically making a call to action for airdrops for comic set completions or comic certain holders.
True.
So, I mean, maybe it'll be something that happens. We'll see what happens.
He's not wrong, though. Like, I don't think I could think of one airdrop as a result of comics. It's just something that they don't do.
It's like almost held in complete separation from the collectibles. Like select collectibles like its own program, and then you got comics as their own thing.
Yeah, it's kind of its own thing totally.
If you haven't checked it out yet, Go Collect. We got a superstar that is writing blogs for Go Collect. He leaves the links in our Discord as well under the Blogger Central section. So we have that as well. Blogs from him, Chris Severs, and Double Quill. So shout out to Chris for putting out another great blog. Definitely go check that out on Go Collect. It is live.
Amazing.
Slider doing some poetry for us. So, we got to pull out the snaps. I see airdrops all around, falling from the sky, but yet I frown. Comic book collectors left out in the cold, even though millions of comics have sold. Maybe someday my wish will come true. Us comic book collectors will get airdrops like you. So again, comic book collectors,
theme here.
They're pleading for
it. They want it. I don't know, guys. I wouldn't bank too hard on getting any kind of airdrops whatsoever for airdrops. It's just there's a system that's in place right now. You got your 5 rarities. That's it. You get either that common, you get that secret rare. If they were to do it, it would be cool if they did a collectible airdrop with the comics. I think that would probably be the best way to do it. You can always do like, okay, well, we'll do another comic book airdrop, but then like it's already done. Like you bought that comic book. What's related to that comic book? But imagine a collectible airdrop as a result of completing a set of comics. I still don't think they will do it, though.
I don't know if they have it in the background to count it as a set, because comics have never counted as sets in any regard, right? So I don't know if it's something they gotta completely reprogram or whatever they gotta do. But did you see this? Nick Star bragging. He has been bragging. Cool. Yesterday he posted a picture of his Starboy. He said, I added the other hand so he can carry his Omi bag. because
Right.
the hand gets cut off on the picture, and now he's throwing them in Grogu ship there, saying, just in case I don't end up an millionaire, I built some Grogu transport so I can make a quick escape with my head hung in shame to the moon. So
that is fantastic.
Loving the story time with Nick Star over here,
and loving the Starboy, loving
and
the
that
Starboy.
PFP, a nice crypto. I think it's a legendary.
Yeah, amazing. Spaces.
There is a Spaces if you are going to NYCC, and if you are paying attention to Veve and Marvel sharing the booth. There is a lot of Marvel drops that have been announced. I think there's supposed to be more than just Marvel announced for drops during NYCC.
Right.
But this might be a good place to hear about some of those. There is a Spaces on October 9th on Monday. So we're getting some more Veve action, I guess, on Twitter. I mean, it's been a little bit quieter on their end. We haven't seen too many community events, so this is nice to see, and hopefully it sparks some hype for the Comic-Con, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun to see everybody's pictures and videos there, right?
It makes me think about how, Alex said that they haven't guaranteed that they will be going to DCon this year.
Yeah.
Something tells me that they just probably spent all their time and resources planning this New York event with being in the Marvel booth, and they just kind of, put the DCons aside. It wouldn't surprise me if Veve actually takes the option on DCon this year.
I don't think they're going. I think that they'll walk around maybe if people who live there, but I don't think they're going to be having a booth or anything.
Something tells me that too. I think this is where it's going to be at. So New York's the place to be this year.
Yeah.
If you want to see the Veve team, and then we'll see. I mean, I don't think they completely backed out of November, but they just said they have not committed to doing anything in November yet.
It'd be cool if they still did the drops, like the artist proof, the drops for the independent artists. We've seen a little bit of it here at Comic-Con with that physical digital comic.
Right.
It's an independent comic. So, I mean, it'd be cool to see. But I think the fact that they changed the month, like I think they had a better shot if it was still in November. I think moving it to December kind of really hurt them. DCon, that is. I think the Veve, it's a little harder for them with holiday time. And I mean, they got a bigger staff now. Like, you got to bring people out to the events. You got to have all planning. I think it's just too close to the holidays. Yeah,
November is definitely a better time. I agree with that. Preferable.
And if you are going to buy any cryptoids and you're going to buy them anyways, make sure you use the link. Enter the SUP. The link is at the top of our X page. Every single time. So, guys, we've been getting pressured on Twitter. Hard. We've gotten DMs. We've gotten comments. This is our tweet, all right? We put out this tweet a couple of days ago. You guys know we took down a video. We don't take down videos. We don't take down videos willingly either, okay?
First
time that we've ever taken down a video. Actually, we took down two, if you're paying attention. But for those of you waking up looking for our video from yesterday, we were asked to remove it. Though we have no obligation to do so, we complied to maintain our relationship with some of the most talented and creative minds we have met in the space. Our goal on this channel has always been to spark conversation, keep users of the platforms we track intrigued, and create interest for those yet to discover digital collecting. We are very disappointed that sharing the information provided in yesterday's video has been frowned upon. We hope in time this space grows to a point where the development, creation, and art behind our favorite collectibles are welcome discussion points. Guys, 14.6 thousand views on this tweet. It's growing. People want to know what the heck happened here. Yeah. And we had a lot to cover. I mean, we wanted to let the dust settle a little bit. We also had to do our Superstar Utility Program giveaways. Rob was away. He came back. Like, we had a lot of stuff to get to, and we wanted to make sure that we did this video a little bit of justice, because kind of out of our norm to what we were doing. So, I mean, Rob, I'll let you start it off here.
Yeah.
Maybe explain the whole story behind it, and then we can give our thoughts.
Look, the key thing here, guys, is that, we have a mission here, right? We come on, we do videos every single day. We are here for the community. We are here for the fam. We're here for all Superstar Nation. And we try to make our videos as thought-provoking as possible. Sometimes, everyone's thinking one way, but it's worth also thinking about the opposite argument, because you might get some inspiration. And many times what we found is that the videos that make the people most angry are the ones that end up being the most truthful. The one that, looking back in history, you realize actually ended up being the most true. But that last video that we did, I mean, there was no harm to it. I mean, Cryptoids, for example, would do it all the time. That's where we got the inspiration, right? We saw the art team from Cryptoids giving us a little bit of insight on the creation of the collectibles. I mean, we're spending 40, 60 US on these collectibles. It's nice to know a little bit more about them, other than the fact that you could just project them into AR. So we thought it'd be a great idea to do the Veve art team, and it was a fantastic video, 100% liked, a lot of really good response. People were saying this is a fantastic video. We actually had an ability to see these collectibles and the way the artists and the level of effort that the artists on the digital side actually go through to create them. It gives you an appreciation and understanding. Say, maybe that makes a lot of sense why they're selling this for 60 or 40 US, because like there's a lot of work and effort that goes into it, from the SketchUp, they call it the turnaround. They put it on paper, they take it from paper, then they put it into the digital, they get approvals, there's back and forth with the licensor. Then they rig them so that you can move them. So if they want to change the way a certain collectible is standing, they're able to do that easily. So we gained a lot of insights about the actual collectibles themselves and what it takes to make them. And that's why people loved it, because for whatever reason on the Veve side, that has not been something that they've been willing to do. They have never once shown us that level of detail on the background and history on that. So long story short, our guests got in a little bit of trouble for coming on our channel. And, we're just two guys running a YouTube channel. We're not here to get anybody in trouble. We want positivity in the space. We want, obviously, if someone's going to get in trouble on account of a video that we made with them, we don't want that to happen. So we gladly took the video down. We were very disappointed in doing so. But obviously, we don't want any kind of consequences to occur to our guests. What do you think?
No, and I think the number one thing that you mentioned there is that video was one of our most well-received videos from the community. We have a lot of mixed reactions to our videos. Like Rob mentioned earlier, we have some videos that people hate, some people love that video. Like they're both on opposite sides. We have different users or different viewers that watch, like different, you can call some moon boys, some fudders, whatever it is. Everybody watches them and they give their takes, right? That's the whole point of the channel. This video was received by both well. 100% like rating, over 70 likes on the video. It was up for not even 24 hours. Okay. It was an anomaly in our video database, and we took it down. Okay. We could have left it up. Nobody came to us. Nobody said, hey, Superstar Money, take down the video, other than the guests who were on the channel, because they got in a little bit of heat. And if we didn't care, and if we weren't those guys, we would have just been like, well, too bad. We're the news. Eat it, right? But I mean, it's something that we thought that they didn't have to do anything that they did. They came on, they were prepared. They gave a nice demonstration of how the process is. I think, like you said, it gave the user or the viewers more of an appreciation. Those who saw it understand what we're talking about. There were some collectibles that they shared that they were showing details, and I'm like, that's not even on the app. And then it clicked. Oh, it is on the app. It's just in this way and whatever, right? So it was a little bit more detail than I thought even existed. And I didn't know that about the Veve stuff, because we've never had any information given. Like Rob mentioned, we've never learned the details. We thought, okay, it's just outsourced. They make the file that comes in, but there's so much more to it, which that video let the users know. Like it let the people know, right, Rob?
Yeah. We don't know if this is Veve and we don't know if it's the licensors that applied the pressure on our guests. There was threats, for potential legal action made. So we don't know if this stems from Veve or if it stems from the licensor. But one thing about this space, at the end of the day, we call them digital collectibles, whatever you want. At the end of the day, they're backed by NFT technology. Artists in the real world, they hate that. I met some of them. They hate NFT technology. They could come up with 1,000,001 reasons why they don't like it, even though they're all going to have to adopt to it and actually one day, bring it into their own work, but they don't really understand it. And I find most of them don't even want to hear you. They don't understand it. Like, oh, well, I could just take a screenshot of the NFT, but it's that whole verifying through the wallets and the capabilities and all that stuff. So it's already a space where you have this negativity around it. So this secrecy on the art side of things, I don't see how this is doing any good for the space. First of all, the Veve collectibles, it's nothing proprietary. They think they're so special compared to McFarlane, Cryptoids. All these guys are doing the same stuff. It's not that big of a deal. Like, they're not showing us anything that the other guys aren't already doing. Like, it's like common knowledge in like that digital art space and how to build these things, on rigging them and all this stuff. Like, it's not even extraordinary of what they did. It's just they've never given us the chance to understand it and believe in it. So that pressure was eventually applied. I don't know what's wrong with the video. I still don't know what's wrong with the video because, like, look at it. Like, Cryptoids does it. Like, they have the same licensors, right? Cryptoids, they show the background and history in the collectible the same way that than these guys did. So I don't understand why it was that much of an issue. I don't know. I mean, I got one more thing to say, Joe. On the tweets as well. Speaking of the secrecy, we had somebody come on and say we listen to our corporate masters. No, we don't. We're not listening to corporate masters. We are just trying to make sure that we keep everybody in the space. We don't get anybody in trouble. We are looking in the best interest of the people. We're a people channel first. We don't want people to get in trouble. Okay, if they're nice enough to come on our channel and do a discussion, we don't want them to get in trouble. So it's for the better that the video was removed.
And for those of you who didn't see the video, we're very well aware that there probably was an NDA in some kind of way that was breached, or however, maybe they're not supposed to talk about anything related to it. Who knows? Like, it could have been, we don't know the NDA. We don't know what's in the NDA, but I'm assuming
we don't even know if there is one.
We don't even know if there's, but I'm assuming that that's why something happened where they threatened that, right? We don't know. We don't know what was done. Nobody gave us any explanation. It was just like, hey, we're in trouble. Can you take it down? We're like, okay. But it's something that, I mean, I really wish, and we've made a lot of friends in the space, and we have friends from Veve. I really wish that somebody would have reached out and said, like, maybe this part we can clip. Maybe this part we can clip. Because what that video did for the space and the reaction that it got, the positivity that we have not seen. I'm telling you, we haven't seen positivity from the Veve fam in a long time. Everybody's collectible values are dropping like crazy, like rocks. Doesn't matter what it is. There's hype around the drop. 2 weeks later, your stuff's 50%. Like, it's just, why not have some kind of positivity, some kind of, like, look how much work goes into these collectibles. That's, I feel like that was like the one video you don't want to take down, and maybe take out some things that might bother your licensor. So from Veve, like, we know a bunch of you guys, send us a link or send us a message and be like, guys, take out this part, maybe private the video for a second, edit this part out, and then put it back up, because what that video was doing for the space, I don't think you guys understand on at least from our end, and we do videos every day.
Maybe the licensors don't understand either. Like, that was good for everybody. There was nothing negative in that video. It was only positive for everybody in that video. And maybe if they spoke to us, they told us, well, this specific thing was the issue, we could clip that out so that the rest of the video can remain, and then people can actually watch it. But when it comes down to it, like we don't have a reason pinpointing what the issue is. And I think both Veve or the licensors, because we don't know who's stemming this, I think this is a missed opportunity for them to actually get the word out and actually showcase it. And I hope maybe Veve can make their own video with something similar to try to explain this. But yeah, like, it was really cool. That whole video was amazing. People loved it. I just think the licensors, unfortunately, or Veve themselves, I don't know who it is. It just would be nice if there was a little bit more transparency on the actual background, art, and history of the collectibles. This is a collector's app, right? Mm-hmm. Collectors want to know the history of their collectibles. That's just standard practice. A good collector is very knowledgeable about the things that he collects in. He wants to know the history. He wants to understand more than just, okay, it dropped on this day, I bought it, I could put it in AR. He would love to know more about the background of the collectible, who really made it. It's just a collector's mindset. If it was gamified and you're buying it for the game, maybe you don't care who made it. But when you're a collector's app, you care more about who made it and the history of it. Well, so I just think it's a missed opportunity there.
We were on a Spaces on Friday with Will and Ryan's big point was that these things are on the blockchain and people want to know the history of their collectible. They want to know whose hands it was in. You don't think they want to know how they were made or what the effort that goes into it is? Honestly, it doesn't have to be on this channel, but Veve, please put out something that shows this, because this was like so well received. I'm telling you, it'll do you wonders on your videos now. And if you are the licensor that flagged this, like, I don't know who flagged this video to Veve or to whatever, if it was Veve watching and they're like, oh no, we can't do this, or if it was Disney, if you're watching Disney or Universal, whoever the heck the licensor is, guys, you got to get with the times here. I'm not even joking around here. There was nothing wrong in that video. They're showing off some collectibles. They showed the process of how they're made, and everyone was intrigued in it. And they didn't talk bad about Veve. They didn't talk bad about the process. They didn't talk bad about anything. All they said was, this is how we do it. This is what could be done. They even mentioned that certain parts were rigged. Like, certain parts of the collectibles are rigged. Like, that's good. That's good for the space. They're easy to move around. They tell us like, oh, there's back and forth conversation. Like these are the things people want to know that makes them more satisfied to be part of the project. And I mean, the fact that it was just a clean nix and not even a discussion, that part really bothered me. Especially when we're seeing things like McFarlane is doing, where now they're allowing you, we just talked about it earlier, they're allowing you to download the asset and put it into Blender and manipulate it and do what you want. What do you think? People aren't going to share that content out? We just saw one. We just saw a 3D print that was not approved by anybody, but it's a McFarlane IP printed out on a 3D printer in whatever colors they wanted to print it. Like, why are we starting to go into this caveman mentality? Why are we not moving forward in the space? Why are we not pushing the technology in the space? And why are we not pushing the work that goes into this stuff, so that when we want to show our friends, like, look at how these things are made, I can maybe bring on a couple people. Maybe someone else brings on their friend and says, look, watch this video. This tells you how they do this stuff. Look how much work goes into it. Why are we taking that down? I have no clue. And I really would love to hear an answer, but I'm sure we won't.
Well, here's the whole thing about remember Veve would say all the time, licensors don't like interoperability. You got DC on McFarlane now, they're giving out 3D files. We're going to get like Superman on a 3D file soon. So what happened there? Like, if they want to be progressive and actually move, like, if you want to be a Web3 company, you could argue nobody cares about which blockchain. You could argue it doesn't matter if it's layer 1 or layer 2, but I feel like you can't argue that you're a Web3 company unless the individuals working on or involved in your project are able to access with their own wallets. It's just my opinion. Like, at the end of the day, the end user, like me and you, all we are using is an app and everything's taking care of it. Like, Veve can say, well, we have Immutable X in the background, we have blockchain in the background recording all your stuff. But because none of us have true access to that information, we can't download a 3D file. It's not in our wallet to trade in any open market. That's not a true Web3, right? Like, Web3, the whole idea of is decentralization. It's the ability to get these collectibles eventually in our own possession so we can do what we want with them. McFarlane's taken that route. We're seeing that with McFarlane now, what they did with the Dragon, and I'm pretty sure they are definitely on a crash course doing that with the DC products as well. So, like this whole thing about, like, I don't know, sometimes, when Veve does say, well, the licensors don't like it, I think with Disney, it's probably true. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm sure the licensors are for sure heavily involved in creating some kind of that anxiety on Veve's end. But sometimes I feel like, is that what they meant? Like, is the licensor actually that strict?
It should be a conversation. I mean, it could just be a conversation that convinces them. I mean, I'm sure that these people, they're trailblazers. These companies are huge for a reason. They do things that nobody does. Like, there's ways to get around this and not just be scared of everything. And I feel like, if you are the licensor and you watch this and you flag that video, you made a huge mistake. That's all I'm saying. Like, you should have let that video stay up, or at least message us. Say, like, take this part out at least, because this is whatever reason we want this to be in the perfect likeness all the time. So we don't want you to see it, whatever. But I mean, this is not the way to grow the space.
It's not.
I'm done.
So you guys wanted an explanation about what happened, why we took the video down. This is our video to address that. Hopefully we never have to do that again. This should be the last time.
Hopefully we could put it back up.
Who knows? You never know, right? Maybe someone will reach out and say, well, this was the problem. Clip it out, you can put it back up.
Perfect. I love that.
A lot of people want to see it. But again, unfortunately, out of respect to our guests, we are not able to put that video up. So
the other thing is, if you did watch it, that guest no longer has any association to Veve on their socials on any of their websites anymore. Right. They've had to take down everything. So I think that's another kind of sad move. But
yeah, that's another thing too. Like that's, again, with the secrecy, like, all the information we were seeing on the website are all gone now. Like, they were forced to remove everything. Like, they can't even have a portfolio anymore of what they did for me. What's with that? Like, what's the big deal? Like, I don't understand. No one has explained to me what the big deal is, that they can't have a portfolio of work they did for Veve. We can't discover it. We learned a lot. When we went on their website and we did that first video about the quality, we found insane, amazing quality differences. And we talked about that, and we guessed that maybe for the Veveverse that would be something that would be better. It's really disappointing to see.
Yeah. Whatever.
So, guys, let us know your thoughts. Let us know your thoughts below. What do you guys think about us removing our video? Do you think that we did the right thing? Do you think that we should have removed the video? Do you disagree? Do you think that maybe we should just left it up anyways? Do you think that, maybe Veve or the licensors are a little bit too much by making us remove that video? Do you see anything wrong in that video? A lot of people on Twitter were saying they saw nothing wrong with it, right? So if you guys did see the video, let us know below. If you didn't see the video with this explanation, would you have done the same thing? So guys, if you haven't already, don't forget, become a superstar, smash the subscribe button, join the superstar fam, and hit the bell notification buttons to get every single video every single day. Also, Superstar VIP, it's $2.99 a month. Get Star with your name, access to our spreadsheets, giveaways. We want to give as much utility as possible to the VIP membership. Lots of giveaways were given for the month of September. We are very proud to be able to give back to you guys. And if you are a VIP, you'll have an exclusive Star in the Universe, starnaming.com. So, guys, thank you all so much. We appreciate you. Take care, and we'll see you next one. Bye-bye.
Love you. Bye.